Hello viewers, it's Cynthia Michael from Scooby Views, bringing you my 516 podcast. This is my 516 podcast, and like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to be too hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain some adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain some adult language. Now, if you're over 18, that means you're going to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, let's get into the topic of this podcast. So basically, Big Hero 6 has finished its final season, has its final episode. So basically, let's get into this. This is my final view on the final season of Big Hero 6. I gotta say, this final season is disappointing. As you guys know, some of you may not know, turns out that Disney, during the hiatus, when Big Hero 6 went on hiatus for this third season, Disney Animation pronounced that the third season of Big Hero 6 will be the final season for the series. So basically, when Big Hero 6 went on hiatus for its third season, Disney announced that the third season of Big Hero 6 will be its final season. Oh my God, that was a big shocker. But a lot of things So basically, recently the final episode had aired last night. So basically, the final episode of Big Hero 6 had aired the other day. I gotta say, the final episode was very disappointing. The whole final season was kind of disappointing as well. It seemed like there was no major plot hole. There was no. So basically, the reason why I said this is because most of the episodes were just segments. Every episode was just a segment, like two segments, kind of mashed together. So basically, in parts, it really lacked any plots at all, because honestly, when season 1 and season 2, what makes season 1 and season 2 very good is the story plots that lead up to a major villains conflict at the end of each of Big Hero 6 first and second season, but there was no major plot for this final season, and plus the villains for this season were not very. The final villains for the season being New the Burger Boy and his mascots and his restaurant mascot gang were not the best villains to end the series on Big Hero 6 to taking them down. So basically, I feel like the villains for the final villains for this final season were not good enough for the series to end on, and plus, this story is not only this scene lacked any story plot, it also lacked some character development for Big Hero 6 as well. So don't get me wrong, there were some episodes that did try to get some of them some character development, but those episodes for character as well. So basically, my whole point is that I felt like this whole final season was just rushed. There was no effort. Man, I feel like the showrunners was like, what this final season was forced to rush this final season while coming out with a good storyline for the final season. So basically, this whole final season of Big Hero 6 was kind of disappointing, and the final episode for this series was kind of was a big letdown and a big disappointment. So basically, what I'm trying to say, this whole final season of Big Hero 6 is a real disappointment. It's a big ass disappointment in my eyes. It lacked any character development. It lacked any big story arc. So basically, there was no story arc for this final season. There was no major character development for any of the characters as well. So basically, this final season, Disney did the final season of Big Hero 6 very wrong. But hoping that, but at least with the good news is that, that Disney Plus is trying to do a new Betamax series about Betamax, and also is doing another Big Hero 6 movie. Finally going to do a sequel for Big Hero 6. So basically, let's hope that the movie in the new Big Hero 6 spin-off series about Betamax will be, will make up for the final season of Big Hero 6. But we just have to wait and see how the sequel movies for Big Hero 6 do, and the sequel series, obviously the sequel series for the Big Hero 6 anime series might do on HBO Max. But we just have to wait and see. But otherwise, I felt like this final season of Big Hero 6 was a big disappointment. It lacked character development for all the characters, and also lacked any major story arcs as well. So anyway, what do you guys think about the final season of Big Hero 6? Was it, was it good? Was it bad? Or was it terrible? Please let me know in the comments below this. Please let me know in the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, this is Cynthia Michael from Scooby Doo signing off. 1.